Hey guys,
I'm Issa,
and I'm Sam.
and welcome back to Likewise Pod.
It's about whatever we want.
I thought last week's was so much fun, like just talking about all of our favorite Valentine's Day stuff, like playlists, movies, and all the pink and red things we liked.
Yeah, I kind of forgot for a minute what we did last week, but it was super fun. Got me in the spirit for the weekend.
As always, before we get into the meat of this episode, that sounds so weird. So sorry for that. Before we get into any more great content for this episode, Sam, do you want to get us started with your rose and thorn of the week?
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of boring, but my thorn is that there's just like a lot of snow. And I've just felt really down and like lazy the last couple of days. I just don't know what it is. I've just been a little unmotivated and yeah. And then my rose was just that I overall had a pretty good weekend, a good Valentine's weekend with some of my friends. One of my friends came and like stayed here for like 2 nights with me and my roommate because she had to come down to work some stuff out with her old apartment. But so she came and stayed, and we had like a movie night. It was really fun. And then my roommate and I did like our own little party of two for Valentine's Day. We went to the dollar store. We got pink streamers. Aww. And we got like a bunch of balloons. We just like took cute photos and made TikToks. Ate some really good mozzarella sticks, and played a lot of Mario Kart, as always. So that was great.
I love that. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. My thorn. This sounds so stupid. But my thorn is that the weekend, it was just too short. I mean, it was a 3-day weekend, but it's still, which is longer than most weekends, I admit. But it still was just too short, and I'm really excited for summer to come when it's the weekend for 2.5, 3 months, however long it is. I don't know how long it is. But yeah. And there's a lot of snow here, like on the west side too, so that's annoying. But my roses, I have two. First one, I've just been really purposeful and intent on my devos for the past few days, like 5 days or something, and I'm really trying to make it a habit of mine. And honestly, I love them so much that after I watch one sermon, I just want to keep watching and learning. LOL. Bible ed is my favorite ed. Sorry, WSU. Also, my roommate and I found an apartment that we really like, so we're hopefully going to apply by the end of the week, and then we can really start planning it all out. Oh my gosh. And she's been such a saint with it because she's been the one like communicating like back and forth with all these like property manager people things, and I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for doing this. Like, I get so anxious like emailing or talking on the phone or like doing anything, especially with strangers, so I'm like, thank you so much. And she's like, no problem, I love this stuff. It's like my inner realtor coming out. I'm like, okay, cool.
That's so fun. Yeah, I feel that I'm not one to do that kind of reaching out and like talking to like management and offices and things like that. I can't.
How ironic, considering your Pan-Hellenic position.
Yeah, yeah, everything, it's very conflicting in my head. There are certain times where I'm like, I can like do it all, and I can like be that person to like call a place and do all these things, but then there's other times where I really can't.
It is okay, because honestly, I'm the same way, except 99% of the time I cannot, so then I just kind of don't, which is really bad. But so I need to just get over that fear, especially if I want to be like starting my own business or something. Good lord. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, we don't really have a plan for this week, but Sammy B, being the great person she is, went on Pinterest, a little do on the computer, and then I wrote down some super cute quotes and stuff, and just like food for thought things that she saw on Pinterest. and like on the dock, and so like I'm just looking at them now. I'm like, oh, that's so good. Oh wow, that's good. And then I like wrote down 3 things, but 2 of them are pretty much the same thing. And I also didn't really do much research. So
I'm not gonna lie, my like almost all of that cut out for me. Because my internet is just really not in our favor today. But yeah, whatever Issa said, I did go on Pinterest and I found things and I put them on our doc. Yeah.
oh my gosh. Wow, this is a really chaotic episode.
It's just going
wow,
great.
this is like when I had to re-record. This is like when I had to re-record, except you just can't hear.
Mm-hmm. No, I was like thinking about it. I was like, okay, already like we have a probably bigger delay in like the audio of us like talking to each other, because I can like tell like from the beginning when we started, they're like, hey guys, and in the time that it took between me saying like, oh, I'm Sam, until Issa said the next thing, I was like, oh yeah, she wasn't kidding.
God.
It is a big delay. And then now, like every time Issa talks, she just disappears, and I'm just sitting there until it comes back for a little bit.
Oh my gosh. Well, we'll get through it.
Yeah.
One way or another.
It's happened before. We always make it through. It's fine.
As well as the little quote she found a cute little graphic, 50 dig a little deeper questions. It's kind of like a mini We're Not Really Strangers, TBH. And as y'all know, that's my favorite game to play. And we're not going to ask each other all 50 of them. That would take a lot of time. But I feel like that could be good to just like ask a few and then get the ball rolling with this.
Yeah, we might as well just kick it off with some questions and then see where that takes us. So the first question I want to ask is, do you consider yourself a romantic?
You know, despite having not been in a relationship since 6th grade, I would honestly say yes. I don't know. I love love. I love love songs. I love rom-coms. I love when my friends are in relationships and like they just gush and like tell me about them. I think it's so fun. So yeah, I would say yes, I am a romantic. What about you, Sammy B?
I would also say yes. I am such a romantic. Like, sometimes I think that I could be a hopeless romantic. I don't know. Like, I would. That's not a bad thing. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I love.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Everything, and when I just like get really easily infatuated with like people and things. So I feel like I'm a very fast romantic. Like, I feel like I almost like instantly just like fantasize about relationships with people, not in like creepy ways, but like just in general. Or like I'm always thinking about like
Relatable.
sweet things that I can do for people. I'm just like very like extra. Like I'm always like, oh my god, like even just like with friends, like I don't know. But yeah, I would definitely consider myself a romantic. That was very like not a good response. Like I was very all over the place. I'm sorry.
No, I like it. I liked it. Yeah, Sam, I would definitely agree with you. I definitely do think that you are a romantic. Sam, do you like ice in your drinks?
Yes, but also no. That sounds so funny. Just say, okay, yes, I do like ice in my drinks. My favorite type of ice is when like restaurants have like the tiny like circular ice. Like mod
Really?
pizzas, I would assume they all have it, but like just circle ice is the best. But I also
huge
don't
fan
like
myself.
whenever I just like go get water, I don't always like put ice in it. Like it's not like an all the time thing. Like I just get water. I mean, it's not like room temperature, it's cold, but like I don't, you know, like if I have like soda
Yeah.
in my fridge at home, like I'll just like pour it into a cup from the fridge, not put ice in my cup and pour it in.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't go out of my
Yeah.
way to get ice,
Mm-hmm.
but I get ice out of like soda machines at places.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like ice in my drinks. The only exception is iced coffee.
Yeah.
But like at restaurants, I'll always say, "Oh, can I have like a Sprite, no ice, or can I have a root beer, no ice?" Or oh, even with sweet tea, I'll be like, "Yeah, can I have a sweet tea, no ice?" And yeah, because it just waters it down. I don't like watered
Yeah,
down
I
drinks.
hate it.
Even with sweet tea, I like full strength tea, full strength sweet. Less water. Well, actually, no. You need a good amount of water for tea.
Well, like when I get like when you're at like a fast food restaurant and like you're in charge of your cup of ice and stuff, like when you go and get it, I put like the
Mm-hmm.
bare minimum of ice. Like I like will get like a tiny like a sprinkle of ice and then I do everything else. Like sometimes I just don't even get ice. So I really I don't like it when it melts and waters things down.
Yeah, I like you were saying about like
Oh
fast
no.
food places or whatever when you're in charge of when you're in charge of your own drink. Yeah, I never get ice. I don't remember the last time I had a drink with ice in it. I mean, other than like iced coffee, but that does not count.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll pick another question. um, hmm. I don't know the answer to this for you. What is your favorite scent?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I really like vanilla. Actually, okay, I'll go with vanilla. It just gives me good childhood memories.
Yeah.
What about you?
I feel like I probably would usually say vanilla as well. I really like vanilla, but I think recently I noticed I really like everything rose. Like my body wash is like rose something. I think it's like rose peony or something. My favorite candle is rosewood and patchouli. Um, yeah, so I think I really like rosy scents, which I just never expected, but I really enjoy it.
Do you prefer to use a pen or pencil?
Pen, always. I don't like pencils. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
No, definitely pen. I use pencils sometimes, but like for homework, I've tried using a pencil and it was just so annoying to me. So I would just start using pen, like all my math stuff too. So instead of like just being able to erase stuff, I'd have to like cross it out, white it out, and stuff. But it looks so much better than pencil.
Mm-hmm.
And then literally almost everything I do is in pen.
Yeah, the only thing I do in pencil is I used to like do math in pencil. Um, and then I also did like when I have to draw, like sketch for my
Mm-hmm.
like classes when I had to like draw fashion thingies and stuff. We like had to use these like, but they're like nice, like super thin lead, like mechanical pencils. So like they're very
.5 is my favorite.
oh
.5 and .9.
interesting. Like no in between. She said no 0.7.
I mean, .7 is fine, like it's standard, but like there's just something so satisfying about .5, and it's something so satisfying about
I hate
0.9.
0.9, but I like 0.5. And if you're getting extra risky, 0.25, kind of
Oh
fun.
yeah.
I'm a little
Yeah.
rough. Like
No.
I'm a little heavy with my hand when I write though. So
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I usually break the pencils instead of like the pencil lead, because like I grip the pencil so hard because I'm like so focused, and then I'll hear like a snap, and I'm like, oh, that's the third pencil just in the past few minutes, and that's literally how it goes. It's kind of annoying, but yeah, the only time I really use pencils is when I'm like drawing or sketching or something. But yeah.
alrighty. Do you like reading? And what was the last thing you read?
Okay. So if you would have asked me this a few years ago, I'd have been like, heck no. But yeah, I actually do like reading a lot. It's fun now that I like it. Last thing I read, well, technically the Bible today, but like a book, like the last book I like finished reading was Big Little Lies last summer. That really shows you how much I like reading. But like I've started another book, Emergency Contact, but I haven't finished it. It's taken me since last summer to read it. What about you?
I'm really conflicted because I feel like based on how much I read and how many like things I actually finish, the answer should probably be no. But I know that I do like to read. I'm just horrible at finishing books like that I start.
Relatable.
And I also just have like so much reading I have to do for school that I don't really have time to read for fun. But like luckily like a lot of the stuff I do have to read for school is pretty fun. I can't think of like the last thing I actually finished. I can see plenty of books that I have started recently and not finished. So that says a lot. No, I literally could not tell you the last book I finished. That's embarrassing. But my favorite thing to read, which helps a lot because it's literally my minor, women's studies. I have like all these books that I've read for those classes, and they're really great. But yeah, that's what most of my reading is. I realized the other day, I was like, wow, my entire minor is literally just readings, like lots of readings, lots of writing, like papers. It's literally just reading, research papers, and discussions in class. Like all my women's studies classes are exactly the same. Because it's like really similar to like English. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a long answer. I do like to read, I just don't.
Yeah, no, that's literally me. Okay, cool. Glad we're on the same page. Okay, next question. If you could learn a new skill, what would it be?
I want to be better at giving criticism because I think that's a skill. I'm horrible at critiquing people and like giving feedback. I'm not the best at like I'm really great at giving positive feedback or like when people ask my opinion, always giving them super positive, being encouraging and uplifting, but I am horrible at I mean, I have never really had anything where I needed to like give anyone some negative feedback, but I don't think I could. Like I don't really know how, or like I feel like I know ways like I can give other people advice on how to, but I in practice can't do it yet.
like do you mean like constructive criticism?
Yeah,
Or
because like I totally
Okay.
understand how to do it. I just know that I'm so non-confrontational that I just can't, like especially like face to face. I just can't. Like I feel like it's way easier like written.
No, that makes sense. Okay, mine is definitely not as deep, but I would love to like I don't know how to say this, like make like physical products, if that makes sense. Like prints or like stickers or like t-shirts or something. Like that, but not through like a company or something, but kind of on my own. So more of like a physical skill, I guess.
Yeah,
Laborious.
that's fun. Labor. I like that. That's fun. Yeah, I always think about that. I always like wish I could do like so many things, like make things without like other companies or people. I don't know. Ooh, this is fun. If you could travel back to any era, which would you choose?
Oh my gosh, this is gonna sound so, I don't know, like opposite, I guess, of like who I am as a person, or maybe it like totally fits. But I used to always say like, oh my gosh, I wish I could live in like the like 40s or 50s because I love the 40s and 50s. But lately, I'm really into like 70s And so like I'd love to go back to the 70s, and like I also love the 80s and 90s. So like if I could go back to the 70s, I could live through the 80s and 90s as well.
Yeah. This question's like hard because I'm like, it's just like so like theoretical and like you only think about like the fun things because I'm like, obviously like the world was a very different place. So like there's like a lot of like horrible things from like things. So I'm like would not want to actually go back, but like I I am such an 80s girl. I feel like and just love 80s fashion. Yeah, so that would be really cool to see, but yeah. Like I don't actually want to like go back and like live through all the years up until now. Like I'm glad to be where we're at, but
yeah, no, this
80s.
is all theoretical. I just want the 70s hair. Honestly, like that's what I want.
Which is like really exciting that like the last year and this year were like huge trend huge trends resurfacing that were like mostly 70s, and we're seeing that like a lot, especially with hair. But yeah, it's been like the years of bringing back 70s trends, which has been super fun, and just like colors.
It's kind of annoying because I hate like following the trends and like being like, I'm part of the trend, blah 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 blah. Like, because I that's not the kind of person I am. But like seeing it so much, I'm like, oh, actually, I really do like that hairstyle, or oh, I actually really do like those kinds of clothes. So I'm like, oh, dang it, I'm following the trends, which isn't inherently a bad thing. It's just not my personal favorite thing.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of trends get really when people like just adopt them super super fast, they'll die out just as fast, and so like obviously with other things that are like kind of bigger trends that aren't like really fads but are like actually like classics that like randomly like come in and out of being super popular and trendy, like a lot of people do adopt them pretty fast, but it's usually just like still pretty contained to like a certain amount of like mainstream, and like it's not too much to where it'll go away super fast. But like obviously it's trendy for a reason, like it's just a good trend. And it's what is considered good like at the time. It's like what everyone like widely just accepts, which is just like cool to see, because there's like some things that are like super popular and like right now that obviously like the early adopters of the trend were doing like a year 2 years ago, and like now we see like all those kinds of items like selling out right now because it's kind of finally hit its point of mainstream. But anyways, that's just my little fashion analysis for the moment.
No, I totally get it. And it's so funny because like I don't like following the trends, and so like I guess technically in a way I'd be like a trendsetter because like I don't like following the current trends, so like I do something else. But then I also hate it when people copy me, and like it's just I'm really just caught between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, it's like really hard to like figure out, especially now, because like I feel like we're at a point where people feel like we need to like, I mean some people don't, but a lot of people like to categorize themselves into like very specific and like aesthetics, and there's just so many like like common aesthetics now that like there's so like many different things that are trendy all at once. So it's kind of like, oh, which is kind of like what's nice. People are starting to get into this like, oh, you can like pick a different aesthetic for every day. Like it's great. So there's obviously going to be like, now it's kind of hard to say like, well, this is what's super trendy, because it's like, well, maybe for that aesthetic, or like there's things that stay trendy between everyone, or like it's just, it gets more and more complicated the more we like have these different aesthetics. And then you get people, oh my gosh, it like literally makes me think of this whole, I think about this every day, just like the fact that like on TikTok and things, like nobody lets girls enjoy anything. Like I was like, you can't like Air Force Ones without being like called like basic and trendy and just wanting to be like a visco girl or like trying to be like it might be like you can wear them with like anything. We're like trying to be like hype beast or like, oh, girls starting to want to wear like other sneakers and like all these like cool colored Jordans and stuff. Oh, they're trying to be like street style and all this stuff and edgy. I don't know. There's just like so much like anytime a girl wears something, it's like, oh, you're trying too hard to be like edgy or you're basic and it sucks. It's like you can't win.
Yeah. Sorry, not to like backtrack or like turn this on me again, but when you're just talking about like all the different aesthetics and how like people can have like different aesthetics one day and then a totally different one the next and like all these things, it just reminded me of that, what was it, like friend survey thing that you made when you're like describe everyone's aesthetic in one word, and then like everyone said a totally different thing for me. And when I was thinking mine was just comfy because all I wear is sweatshirts and jeans and like sweats or something, but then I got like preppy or I don't even know what
Yeah, I
else.
remember thinking that was
just
so
like,
weird.
wow,
I
that
was
so
like,
funny.
I do not think East has a preppy aesthetic.
Yeah. Nothing against preppy, but I just feel like that's not it. Maybe in the future.
I just think it's funny
know,
because like for me,
yeah.
like if whenever I had to like really like, I definitely cannot pick like an aesthetic. I just because I love fashion, so I love like everything, and I like mixing, just like styles and things. But I feel like one thing that has always been consistent for me is how much I love preppy, stuff. Like I feel like in high school, like I was like, that was a big thing people probably would have associated with me with, and I think it all just goes back to like, well, what's my biggest like fashion inspiration always? And it's like, oh, I love like 80s and 90s movies and things like that, and that's all kind of like I feel like there's a certain sense of like preppy around anything very nostalgic or like I guess just like retro things. I don't know what I'm saying, but I could not label my aesthetic even if I tried. Like I'm looking at my closet and the one thing I always say is just like bright, colorful. Like I just love color and prints and everything in between. Ugh. I can't pick.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know. It was so hard. I mean, you were definitely the hardest one to pick for because I was like, she's literally all over the map.
Yes.
What is one thing that you would like to overcome or conquer?
This one's hard. Probably just I don't know if this is even possible because I feel like no one can ever fully, not to be negative. I'm usually a very positive person, but I just don't know if this is ever like an actually possible thing, but just like to be like fully free of like just like self-doubt and like any like negative self-talk, because I mean like on our confidence episode and stuff we talked a lot about like, you know, it comes and it goes. Like you always have like times where you're super great about, I don't know, just like self-love and those kind of affirmations and just like being nice to yourself and all this stuff, but then you also have like your moments where things are bad and you're like really negative about yourself, and I feel like it's just like a balance, but to just like get away from like self-doubt and that kind of stuff, any negative like image of yourself. I mean, I go for very long periods of time feeling just like great and not struggling with it, and then like I randomly get like a week where I'm just like so down on myself, but if I could like fully get away from that, that'd be great.
Yeah. Mine is kind of similar actually. And it also like ties back to like our confidence talk, because like when we were talking on the pod a few weeks ago about confidence, we were just talking more about like confident in ourselves and who we are and who we want to be. But mine is that like I really just want to be more confident in my capabilities and like in what I'm doing and not just like who I am, because like I'm very confident in the person I am and who like that's not the issue. Like the issue is more of like like just like, okay, am I doing this right, or like am I actually going to be able to do this, or am I actually good enough here, or am I actually creative enough to do this, am I actually smart enough to be able to produce this on my own, you know, sort of things like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like overcoming imposter syndrome.
Yeah, that's a good way to explain it. I don't know what I'm saying. That just makes a lot of sense.
No, you're good.
What's your most used emoji?
My most used emoji is the party hat emoji. And then second, I'm just gonna go through my top 3. So number 1 is party hat. Second is like the star eyes emoji, and then the third one is the yellow heart because that one's my favorite heart. Star eyes is because I like doing the star eyes over the heart eyes because like you're a star. Like, yeah, I love you, but I feel like that just kind of captures more than just the heart eyes. And then also the party hat because you can celebrate anything all the time. Life is a celebration. Life's a party. I guess they didn't need an explanation, but I wanted to.
Mine, I use so many of these. Like, I love using emojis with, like, literally everything.
Me too.
Right now, I hate this because I feel like it's really annoying. But, like, you know, like, the sparkles that you, like, put on, like, you know, that you just put on the ends of words. Like, I guess I don't use it like that a lot, but I love just putting sparkles on, like, just the end of my text. Like, I think it's so fun.
Mm-hmm.
But also my other one that I use a lot is the just the smiley with the cowboy hat. I use that one all the time.
Yes, I love that one. That's
I
my
love
streaks
the
one, so I see it all the time.
Yeah, I use the yellow heart a lot too. The yellow heart and then like the pink heart. First of all, why don't they have a solid pink heart?
Yeah,
There's so much wrong with that. But yeah, I use a lot of hearts, so like almost all the hearts are in my frequently used LOL.
Okay, next question. And then, okay, this is probably gonna feel so redundant because we talk about, maybe not like this specifically, but I feel like everyone could probably get a good idea. But just to be explicit, Sam. Sorry, I forgot the question. Sam, how do you show someone that you love them?
You know what's interesting is I feel like I love gifting. I love giving people gifts and like doing things for people, which is really interesting because my love language is literally just quality time. Like I'm and like mine is not gifting. Like I don't really like getting gifts, but I love to give people gifts. I love because I think part of it is like a huge thing is like I have like a really good memory and I can remember things about people and I like doing things that feel very personal to them in my like relationships with people, like friendships, romantic things, whatever. So I like doing things that are like really sentimental and like personal. I'm also just very that's just me in a nutshell. Like I love sentimental things, so I feel like I love just like making things specifically for a person. Yeah, I don't know, like that or yeah. I like to just encourage people, but I feel like I'm just a big gifter, honestly.
And like that's totally normal to like speak and hear different love languages and stuff, and like, so yeah. But I honestly, I'm kind of the same way. I love giving gifts. I mean, if I like find like the perfect one, or if I'm like, oh my gosh, this person would love this, then I'm like, I'll do it. I'll get it for them, or like I'll make them, or like I'll paint them the canvas, or like I'll write them a little note or something. But so I love giving like the perfect gift, you know. But I hate, not gonna lie, Secret Santa's like stressed me out because I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to get. Like, what if this person doesn't like it? What if like blah 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 blah? I don't know. Like it stresses me out because I'm like, I have to find the perfect gift. But if I just like see it like while I'm out or something, I'm like, oh, I love that. And then I also love here's my words of aff coming in. I love writing notes.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than just like saying them, because it's like a kind of physical thing that like people can like go back to if they want, or like they can screenshot like a text or like a Facebook post or like something, and then they can go back to it. And then also just like writing letters and like little notes and like sticky notes or cards and like sending them out. I think that's so fun. I love it. And I love getting notes too, so like if you ever want to send me a note, let me know. I can give you my address.
I also like notes a lot. I feel like a big thing for me, like, that I also do, I guess on a more like everyday thing or like more surface level or media type thing, I send people posts. Like, I send my friends tweets, I send them Instagram posts, I send them TikToks all day long. And like, I feel like that to me, like, especially when like with like a lot of people, like some people like occasionally send them things, but like when I'm sending you so many things a day, it's because like I literally, it's to me that's like, oh, this made me think of you, or like things like that. Like I'm always sending, either I send it to someone because I know they'll like it, or like it period, like it just makes me think of you and I love you and I just want you to like share that same joy as me, or I don't know, just being able to like share in the same humor. I don't know. There's just so much to it, but if I want to show someone love, I just send them so many TikToks and posts. I have to.
Yeah. No, I know. And like lately I've been sending people like more stuff on like Instagram or Twitter, like the We're Not Really Strangers stories. I like send that to people all the time because I'm like, sorry if you're tired of me, but I'm not tired of telling you. But yeah. So I love that. It's just a good reminder. And then I also just love commenting on people's posts, and then they like comment back. I'm like, I don't know if you mean this, but it's fine. I'll take it. Like, thanks.
Tell me about an early childhood memory.
So when I was a kid, I want to say most people probably know this, but that's probably a lie. But I feel like a fair amount know. But whatever. So my parents used to drop my brother and I off with our grandparents, like my dad's parents, my abuela and papi. I remember it being like 3 or 4 days out of the week, every week and stuff, because like they both had full-time jobs, and so, and then my grandparents used to live in Shelton, and so like it was a drive, and it was just a lot to like come drop us off, pick us up every morning and night and stuff. So like they just leave us there like half the week. But anyways, so I remember, and this was when my papi, my grandfather, was working at the locks, the Ballard locks, and so like he had a job, he had money, so like we just go on ferry rides a lot, and then just I remember like probably like when I was like 3-4 years old, like being on a ferry and like going to the vending machine, getting some chips, sitting at a table like by the window with my abuela, and my brother and my papi, and like looking out at the water, at like the islands and trees or whatever there was there. But yeah, so it's one of my earliest memories. It's a fond one. I like those ones.
Fun. It's so interesting. I have like a few things that are just so concrete in my head from like when I was like really, really young, but I feel like a majority of my things before like pre-7 are rare. But when I was 3, I really hope I have not told this story on the pod already. If I have, just stop me and I'll pick a different one. I might have told you about it before, but I just really hope I haven't talked about it on the pod. Well, so when I was 3, and a little bit before that too, my aunt watched me. Like I would go and my aunt would watch me while my like sister and cousins were at school, like when they were in elementary school, but I was still a wee little toddler. But I did an early year of preschool and a regular year of preschool, so I could be like extra smart. And so in my early years, so when I was 3, there was this really bad year of, there's these really invasive caterpillars called tent caterpillars. And there's like random seasons where they get like very, very invasive, like really bad. And so when I was 3, it was a bad tent caterpillar season, and they were everywhere. Like, they were falling out of bushes and trees. Like, they covered the ground. And I was terrified of them. Like, I was terrified of stepping on them. So my aunt had to carry me everywhere. And could, like, hear her stepping on them. I could, like, hear us driving over them in the car. And it, like, terrified me. But yeah, what was weird was, like, it never happened again until I was, like, 15 or 16. It was, like, supposed to be another bad, like, tent caterpillar summer, and I was so scared, because my only other memory of them was, like, maybe I was so young that I just imagined them being that bad everywhere, but
Mm-hmm.
I think it was that bad, but it hasn't happened again, so maybe I just, like, imagined it a bit more. But besides that, I just have so many memories of, like, living at my aunt's house a lot when I was really young. And, like, her dog when I was, like, young. I used to, like, sleep on his belly on the floor in the living room and watch the Doodle Bops. Yeah, so many things. His name was Gus. It was great.
No, that's so funny because you mentioned like that you did an early year of preschool and then a regular year, and I forgot to mention that the reason my brother and I went to My Ball and Poppies was because we didn't go to preschool because we couldn't afford it. So that's why my parents didn't just take us to preschool or like school or daycare or whatever. That's why they took us all the way to Shelton. And for those of you who don't know, Shelton to Shoreline, Shoreline to Shelton, you have to take like a ferry or you have to go all the way down and around, and it takes a long time. It's probably like an hour to hour and a half drive either way you go. So love that. But yeah, so that's it. But yeah, so didn't go to preschool, but I did know how to play craps when I was 4, and I could also tie my shoes at 4 4 years old. I don't know. One of the two.
I remember, like,
But yeah.
because, like, the reason why I did an extra year was because, like, my mom was really worried since I was already, like, gonna be younger than the people in my class.
Yeah. July baby.
Yeah, I'm a July baby, so I've always been, like, the youngest in my grade, so my mom was like, I'm kind of scared of her just, like, starting at the same time as everyone else, so she was like, why not have her start even earlier and be an extra baby, so I could get a good 2 years under my belt. So I started even earlier, but I remember she was so scared because they were like, first thing they wanted us to do was, like, go up to this, wall, and on the wall we all had, like, magnets with our names on them, and that was kind of like attendance. It was like you would come in, you'd find your name and, like, move it to the other thing. Anyways, I was so young and like already a year younger than everyone that I didn't know how to read my own name yet, and my mom was, like, terrified that I was gonna be, like, not able to, like, read. Like, she was like, oh no, wait, like, is it okay that, like, my kid is there? Like, I don't know. She was just, like, really scared for me because I could not recognize my own name on the wall. But I'm a great reader. Everything worked out fine. I could recognize my name now. Yeah, everything's great.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah, no, I could literally tell so many stories about like being at my Bill and Poppy's house. Oh, and then what was it? Probably like kindergarten, I think. Or like the year before I went to kindergarten, they moved to Bothell, so it's a lot closer. Don't have to go across the water. And then I have a lot of memories in that house. Oh my goodness. So those could be for another day. But yeah, I think it's so fun having like so many memories with my grandparents. Especially because like that grandfather, he's my first grandparent to die. And so like I have my other 3 still, which is really nice. But I'm glad to have been able to get that time at the beginning of my life. Just have those memories.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I have I guess a lot of my childhood memories are also just like family dinners at like holidays from when I was like really young. I like kind of remember. I also, this is like really strange, but so my like older cousin is like 6 years older than me. No, more than 6.
Oh, I thought you were just saying 6. I was like, that's not an older cousin.
She's 9 years older than me. No, that's also wrong. She's not 30 yet. Well, maybe she is 6 years older than me. Anyways, no, I think it is 6. I think she's 26. Anyways, that does not matter to the story. But she was always just so much older than me. And so she experienced so much more of the early 2000s. Like, she was, like, old enough, like, she was in, like, elementary and, like, middle school and stuff. So, I just have, like, this memory of, like, when I'd be, like, over there, like, all of her, like, you know, like, butterfly clips and, like, those double hair ties that were, like, connected in the middle, and then they had, like, weird, like, little dice things on the other, like, sides. Like, those, double hair ties and stuff. All that stuff, she would keep them in these empty Pringles containers. Like, they were clean, they weren't dirty, but, like, her, like, containers for all that kind of stuff, like, all her butterfly clips were always in these Pringle containers. And that was just, like, ingrained in my brain. Like, that bathroom still has, like, the same, like, green counter and, like, mirror, like, the same setup in the bathroom from when I was a kid. So, like, when I go and house sit and stuff, it's just, like, so much nostalgia. No more Pringle cans.
I love
but,
that.
because, yeah, my cousin used to always, like, do my hair and, like, all that stuff. Oh, my gosh, I have so many memories with, like, my cousins. But one time when I was, like, 7 or 8, she came over to our house and sat down with me at my dresser, and because she was super into fashion, she would open my drawers and pull everything out, and she taught me that you never combine black and brown, and you don't mix prints, and you, like, she sat me down and was like, okay, so
That's
she goes, so these are
cute.
your brown leggings, what top are you gonna wear with your brown leggings? And then, like, it would be like, you can't pick a plain black shirt. Like, it was like she was teaching me, like, the rules of fashion. It was so funny because she was probably in, like, 8th grade at the time, and I was, like, a wee little child.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I love that.
Yes, because she always, like, there was, like, a time when, like, she was gonna go to, like, fashion school and, like, do design stuff, but then she didn't. And then I'm like, oh, this is so interesting that, like, that's what I'm doing now. I mean, not design. Ooh, heck no.
I could see you doing design though, like in the future. Like,
Oh, yeah, like, I love design things, and I liked sketching and, like, some of that stuff, but I don't want to, like, actually make things, but I know that I could.
sorry, I'm just like looking at the little quotes you put from Pinterest. I think they're so cute. Like, visualize your highest self, then show up as her. I love that.
Oh, yes. I was thinking about that earlier because we were talking about, like, our ability to, like, I don't know, like, call and, like, kind of, like, do all those, like, big adult things, like we're talking about, like, talking to, like, the realtors and management and landlord property managers, whatever. And then you brought up, like, oh, that's, like, funny that you're saying that, like, you can't do those kinds of things, but you're, like, pin president, like, and, like, it's kind of, like, I feel like assumes, like, big thing of your role, you know? And I was thinking about that, I was like, yeah, like, I honestly feel like it's almost like when I have to do things in my position, I just kind of, like, I'm motivated to do it by, like, oh, I am this, and I can do this. Like, I'm always like, oh, I'm the pin president, and, like, this is something I can do, and I can, like, be, like, out there and forward and do all that. But in, like, settings outside of my position, it is harder. But yeah, that's kind of what I do. I feel like I'm always, like, visualizing, like, oh, I want to be this way and present myself this way, so I'm gonna do it, you know?
That's a very good I guess, like, real life application or explanation, or like example is what it is, not explanation. I mean, I guess explanation.
No, it's okay. I was just saying, like, I always, like, get fully ready for meetings. Like, I always will, like, do my, like, hair and makeup, not all meetings, but, like, big meetings. I gotta, like, do my hair and my makeup, and I, like, wear a cute outfit, and I do all this stuff because it just makes me feel good and makes me feel like I'm putting my best foot forward.
Yeah, it just reminds me of a saying that I heard one time. It was look your best, feel your best, do your best, or be your best, or something like that. And I was like, oh, I love that.
I love that. That is how I feel always.
Okay, I feel like this would be a great time to move into Song of the Week.
I agree. All right.
Sammy B, what's your surprise Song of the Week?
Okay, my song of the week is totally exactly what you would expect it to be. My song of the week is Same Grace by Eli Jonathan and Heather Chelan. I obviously love it. It's so great. Love all of Eli's
It's so
music.
good.
Everything he does is so great. But I've been waiting for this one, and I got so excited when he was like finally kind of doing like kind of more like ambiguous promo about it, because I was like, I know what it is, and I was like, I've listened to it, like I know it, because I'm so grateful to have been leaked the song like the day after they got it back from like mixing and mastering. But it was a great moment, and I've just been waiting to hear it again, because it's just so good. I love it. I love just like I just love the style. Anyways, it's great to see, I guess hear a collab between like Eli and his friend Heather. She's low-key TikTok famous, at Heb on the Web. She's so great. I love her TikToks, but the song is amazing and everyone should go listen to it. He also has, Eli made like a playlist. He always does this whole like post, playlists that have like all the songs that were like the inspiration behind like songs, or just like inspiration sources, and so I love like listening to that. So listen to that too.
Yeah, I want like, because when he was on the pod way back when, he kind of mentioned to us that
yeah,
there was
he talked about the collab on the pod.
yeah, so I can't remember if I put that in, if I kept that part in. Did I?
Probably. I don't know. But like he didn't tell us who it was, but I remember I went and stalked to try and find it, and I did find her.
Yeah, wait, no, you did. And then you sent me her profile.
And I was right, because then Gemma came over and showed me the song and then showed me her, and I was like, that is exactly who I thought it was when I went stalking to try and figure it out. I was like, I know I could have asked and he probably would have told me, but there's way more fun in like trying to find it yourself.
And like sleuthing it out.
Yeah, like feeling like a stan.
Fan behavior. But it's okay, we love it. Yeah, no, that was so cool. I totally forgot that you like found her. Oh my gosh, wow, great memories. Yeah, so if you wanna go listen to that episode. My song of the week is Our Song by Taylor Swift. So this is actually kind of funny. So I was doing my homework for my spreadsheets class on Monday, and I just got this urge to listen to Our Song, and so I played it on repeat until I finished all of it, and it took me like 3 hours. Wait, okay, no, I didn't start playing it from the very beginning, but like it took me like 3 hours to like do everything. Anyways, and I want to say I played it like 12 times in a row. I don't know, but it was great, and I'm still not tired of it. And I really hope Taylor Swift, like the self-titled album, is being re-recorded too, because she started with Fearless, so I don't know if it's being skipped or not, but I would love to hear 2021 Our Song.
Oh yeah, I would love that too. I know, I saw something of people saying that they're pretty sure that she's saving debut for last in re-recordings. So she'll like re-record everything else and then debut.
Chills.
Yeah. So I hope that's true, because I want it too. Especially if like each one has like, because like with Fearless, how she like has songs that were never released coming with the re-release. I was like, oh my gosh, iconic. Like if all of them had like bonuses.
I know when she said that like she's gonna be releasing songs like from the vault for each album, I was like, yup. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Wait, so is she like re-recording the songs from the vault, or is she like just releasing songs from the vault from like when they were recorded way back when?
I think she's re-recording them too. Like I think she's just re-recording.
I want to hear the original.
Like I don't think they're just
in the current.
Yeah, in the current. But what do I know?
I don't know. Wait. Yeah, no, same. Oh my gosh. I don't remember the last time we had such a chaotic episode.
It was coming. It's been a long time coming for us to have chaos again. And here it was.
Yeah, no, like almost everything that could have gone wrong went wrong at some point in this episode. And of course, now that we're at the end, Wi-Fi is great.
It is fabulous.
Or it's good.
Yeah.
So, as always, make sure to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts so that more people can find us. Even if you don't listen on Apple Podcasts, you can still rate and review. Just FYI. Because personally, I listen to my pods on Spotify, but yeah, that's just me. Anyways, and also make sure to follow the pod, subscribe to the pod on whatever streaming platform you use to make sure you're listening as soon as an episode comes out, and also follow our Instagram at likewise_pod. That needs a lot of work done to it. If anyone wants to manage our Instagram for free, that'd be great.
Literally.
Yeah, so sorry guys. But yeah, thank you so much, Sam, for spending another wonderful hour with me. And I just hope you have a really great rest of your day.
Thanks, Issa, and likewise to you all.
Bye.
Bye.